Hello, my name is AJ. I'm your hypoxia coach for today, and we have level 5.1 wall hinge adduction. This is ipsilateral leg resistance, and this is the fast version. Ipsilateral simply means same side of the body. This is, you learn a lot about exercise science in these sessions, and so let's stand on our right foot together and have the band in our right hand. This is our small yellow band. If you're working with a hypoxia coach and they've suggested some other resistance for you or sets or reps based on your assessment, of course you want to follow that. That's there to optimize your program. Otherwise, this is a perfect starting place, so let us begin going back to the wall, putting the ball in between the femurs, the biggest leg, the biggest bones in the body, your femurs. Adduction simply means bringing the legs together, squeezing the ball, engaging our adductors or inner thighs. That's deepening our connection to our pelvic floor, our low abs, and also stabilizing in our legs. Additionally, you're going to use that ball for tactile feedback. If the ball starts moving around too much when you do this wall hip hinge exercise, you may have lost your pelvic stability. So use the stillness of the ball. Use the ball, use your ab ribbon to indicate as to whether or not you're performing the exercise correctly. Really important when you're not actually working with a trainer in a room with you watching you do the movement. Use these things in a remote online setting to optimize your exercise. Standing on the right. All right, so now band is in the right hand, ipsilateral. Left hand is behind the head, hypoxic head stance is pressing your head back into your hand and then also lifting the head up off of the shoulders. So you're always decompressing and creating height in the spine as we go through this exercise. This is the fast version. It looks and sounds like this. Blow, 2, 3, and up, and hiss, 2, 3, and up. So we get 3 beats down, soft shish. So basically we have 1 repetition on each breath stage. Blow, hiss, soft shish, loud shish. Beginning with the weight equalized between the 3 points of the foot tripod under the right foot. That's big toe, pinky, and heel. The left foot is on the wall behind you. The left leg is creating a perfect 90-degree angle. It's not here, but it's here. Wall resistance. When I say that, I mean pull the left foot up the wall. So if the wall were slippery, that foot would pull right up the wall just like that, engaging the hamstrings of the left leg and increasing activity of the right glute. How cool is that? Just using our body. Put your left hand on your low back for a second. Make sure that when you hinge at the hip, you're not moving in the low back. That's one of the main goals, the primary goals of this exercise is making sure that you're hinging at the hip and not hinging from the low back to prevent lower back injury, strengthening the low back. Visual system. We are specific with the visual system in every single one of the hypoxic exercises to work the shape of the eyeballs, the muscles of the eyeballs, cognition, nervous system, all the things that aren't necessarily worked throughout the day when we're always looking at our phone. I'm guilty as charged. So getting it in with your movement is important for optimizing joint mechanics and working all of those things. So panoramic view to start. Find a point on your left, find a point on your right, lock it in. That's what you're staring at every single time you come to the upright position. Excuse me. When you hinge at the hip, you're going to stare at your right knee. The right knee is shooting a laser over your third toe, and you're also pulling your right hip back toward the wall as hard as you can, as long as the ball doesn't move. If that left knee drops, then you know you've lost your pelvic stability. Pulling it back, that's pulling that right knee back over the ankle, but also over the Achilles. So it's not here, but it's here. I know. Hamstring mobility as well as we do that. Okay, make sure that left knee is stacked right under the hip joint here. So if it's too far in front of the left hip, then you know you're too close to the wall. So usually we're about like 1.5 feet away from the wall based on, of course, the length of your legs. Okay, so we're here and then coming up. The right knuckles slide on the right femur the whole time. That's going to also optimize that glute work, keeping that resistance right underneath your center of gravity, which is really important. Now keep that right shoulder pulling back the whole time. I know it's a lot to think about if this is your first time, so I mainly want you to think, stay connected to your breathography breath cycles, loosening your ab ribbon on the engaged exhale, tightening it on the inhale, and not moving in the low back. Those other layers are going to come in time to optimize this exercise as you become more skilled. But let's get a practice round. Head stance, foot tripod, wall resistance, panoramic view, shoulder back, zip up, posture prep, inhale. Hiss, 2, 3, 4, 5, inhale 1, inhale 2. And bluff. Loosen the ribbon. Now tighten it. Inhale. Panorama. Right hip back. Loosen the ribbon. Wall resistance. Inhale. Panorama. Stare at the knee. Loosen the ribbon. Tighten. Inhale. Wall resistance. And finished. Amazing, amazing work. Now rest 15 to 30 seconds, and now it's time to do this exercise on the other side. So you can either rewind the video about 60 seconds so we can perform the exercise together, or you can stop the video now if you've become skilled at the exercise. Just stay true to that tempo, frequency, intensity, and duration of each breathography breath cycle. You may want to put a metronome on your phone at 60 beats per minute to stay true. 2-second inhale, tightening the ribbon, and 8-second exhale, loosening your ab ribbon on every single one of those 8-second engaged exhales.